Hello guys, welcome back. In this lecture, we will work on refactoring the usage of Bootstrap model using TurboStream. Right now, we are using Bootstrap model at two places in our course project. Okay, so first one we are using for editing the user description that you can see. Click on the pencil icon for about, and here you can see that in this Bootstrap model, we are showing form for editing the user's description. Okay, and the other place is the user's personal information. When you click on this icon, you will see that we are displaying a new bootstrap model partial where we are allowing users to edit their personal details. Okay, and you can see both the partial in the app views members directory. So come to the project directory, and here you can see that we have this description model partial. Okay, so when you click on this, you can see that here we implemented the form. Okay, and other than form, we are using the HTML snippet for rendering the turbo frame tag model. Okay, and now let's open the personal information model as well, and here you can see that other than form, everything is common in both description model and the personal model information. Okay, and this is fine in working as expected too, but there can be different and much better way to perform the same thing with one common partial for rendering the bootstrap model, and then we can use this partial at all places where we need to display the bootstrap model using turbostream. Okay, so let's start doing this. First, we need to create a new partial file into the app view shared directory with name is turbo model html.erb. Okay, so first create a new file into the shared directory and name this partial as turbo model.html.erb. Okay, and why we are creating this partial in the shared directory? Because we will use this partial across the controllers or across the templates. Okay, because right now we have only two places where we are displaying the uh, form in bootstrap model, but moving forward in the course we might have multiple requirements where we want to show anything in the bootstrap model. Okay, so we will use this single partial to render the bootstrap. Okay, and now what we can do here, that first open the description model template a partial for example. Okay, and copy everything from here. Once copied, open the turbo model again and paste here. Okay, now we will use this portion except the form. Okay, so minimize the form, and here you can see that we will use this common HTML snippet to render every form into this template. Okay, so what we can do here, first we can cut the form here from here, and now replace this form with existing contents into the description model.html.erb. Okay, make sure you do this, else you have to create form again, because now we will just keep the form or the rails form into the description model and our personal info model. Okay, so just keep this form, and here you can see that this is our turbo frame tag model. So first what we can do, let's remove this, replace this example model and provide a meaningful name. So what we can do here, let's say just replace all the example model and we can use bs turbo model. Okay, bs turbo model. Okay, and now what we need to do, we need to remove the description, and we already remove the from here. Okay, because now we will use the model title and the form as a partial. Okay, and we will use pass them as a local from the partial where we need to render this bootstrap turbo model. Okay, so what we can do here, first provide a variable name that we will pass as local here, so model title. Okay, and then here we need to render the form partial, so we can use render, and then sorry, not as string, you need to use it as local variable, so form partial. Okay, so we will pass these model title and form partial as local variable whenever we call this turbo model template. Okay, so now you can see that we have this clean code. Okay, and we already removed the form from a model snippet from the description model and just kept the form, and we can do the same thing for personal info model as well. Okay, so just copy this form. Okay, and cut this form and then remove everything and just paste the form again. Okay, and correct the indentation and end the end of line file, sorry, end of file line. Okay, now you can see that we have only form in both personal info model and description model. Okay, and this is the uh, bootstrap model snippet that we separated from both our partials. Okay, and now it's time to use this turbo model partial. So first we will replace this within the edit description turbostream.template. Okay, and here you can see what we are using. We are rendering the description model partial here. Okay, but now what we need to do, we need to use here shared and then turbo model. Okay, and then we need to set our locals here. Okay, so first we can add model title, and the model title value we can provide like edit your description, because here we are trying to edit the description of user. So edit your description. Okay, and then you need to provide the form partial. And what will be the form partial? So here you need to provide the path of form partial. Okay, and our form partial is in inside the members and then description model. So what we can use here, members and then description. Okay, and description model, sorry. Okay, so this is how we can use the description model partial now within the turbo model. Okay, so save this and now come to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, when you refresh the page and click on the pencil icon next to the about text, you will see that we are still getting this form into the bootstrap model using our new approach. Okay, and now let's do the same thing for uh, edit personal details turbostream.erb as well. Okay, so we can just copy this from here and just use this. So paste it here, and here what we can provide, here we need to provide personal info model.html.erb. Okay, so we can reuse personal info model, and here you need to change the model title as well, that is edit your description to edit your personal details. Save it and now now refresh your browser again, and you will see the model for editing the user's personal detail into the turbo model partial. Okay, so when you click on it, you can see that we are still able to see the user personal detail form into the bootstrap model. Okay, so with the new approach it is working fine, and here you can see that now we have much clean code. Okay, because in description model we just have the form, and in the personal info model we also have the form only. Okay, and we have model snippet into the turbo model.erb. Okay, and now we can use this turbo model partial everywhere where we want to display the bootstrap model on browser using turbo stream. Okay, and using this way, you can be more better in working with partials and locals as well. So try this lecture at your end, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.